Here is step 11 in the local development combined to IPM process. Here you have the key actor is local government. We call it in French rural community, who is the key actor in the process. And here you have the consultation group. In the consultation group you have the faith-based organizations, NGOs in the ADP area, World Vision of course, the Regional Development Agency, the CBO representative or the federative structure coordinating all the CBOs at village level. You have the government agents, business sector or private sector, and advocacy group. All these actors are in the one big group. We called it in the process the consultation group. And the local government or rural community is a key actor and this group is at the ADP level or at the rural community level. And in terms of tools we are using to implement the activities, you have first of all you have the memorandum of understanding on funding. Once you have the local development plan, as we explained already, you have different activities and different projects, and from there we just extract one part in the narrative from the PDD and the activities and budget, and we reorganize information for getting a provisional design document, the PDD. Once the PDD is approved by the support office, before we start implementation, the first thing is to sign an MOU on funding, which activities in the local development plan, where we integrate it in the PDD, we will plan to fund, in where and how are we going to collaborate with the local government in terms of implementation. The second tool we have is a local committee for market processes. And this is not a World Vision committee. This is a legal committee based on the decentralization process. And this local committee for market processes is responsible for choosing all the partners or all the individuals who are responsible to implement activities. So we are part of this local committee for market processing, and our role is to ensure that all the processes for choosing and contracting with individuals or structures or enterprise are done in a transparent way. And the third tool is the special bank account. In this process of implementation based on IPM and the context of decentralization in Senegal, we plan to open in a private bank a special account. The special account, World Vision will sign, the local government also will sign, and other person, for example the CBO representative, federative structure also will sign. And before the local government decide to pay an enterprise or to pay an individual based on a contract, we will ensure that the level of implementation in the activity is as planned. So this special bank account is one thing key in the process of implementation. And based on the financial administrative procedures manual, we will define all the administrative and all the operation steps in terms of finance. Who will going to ask for payment, who will going to sign, who will going to do what, to ensure that we also respect the World Vision financial, manual and administrative procedures. So while we are going to define this document, we will refer to World Vision, which is our big reference. And also we have the contract as a tool, contract between the local government and the CBOs at village level. These CBOs could be sponsorship committee, education, health, but most of them are not created for World Vision. These CBOs already exist a part of sponsorship committee, but education, health, nutrition are CBOs at village level. And in the decentralization process, the local government has the ability and is legal to sign the contract with any of the CBOs at village level to implement an activity. So So between the local government and World Vision, you have an MOU. But between the local government and the CBOs, you have contract for activities, the implementation of the activity. And the last thing is training, coaching, and capacity building. This is the role of World Vision in this process. So we want to ensure that these people at village level through the CBOs have the capacity to control at community level all the system and to ensure that the activities are planned and are implemented according to planning, and also to check and to verify if everything is okay as stipulated in the contract between the local government and an enterprise or something else. So these are the key tools for us to implement activities and to respect or to be in phase with what IPM talk about managing together and implementation. So our role in this process is, the role of the local government is joint planning, joint monitoring, and joint problem solving. And we have CBOs at village level, but we also have individuals, and the role of these individuals, they will use the CVA, the Citizen Voice and Action, which is World Vision advocacy approach to ensure that commitments are implemented and are respected, and to ensure that all the standards in terms of equipment, in terms of health, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education are respected in this plan, the local development plan. So once the plan is defined and we know that for each activity, the location and who is going to do what, these individuals through the CBOs or as individual people will use all the tools from CVA to monitor the commitments in the local development plan, and also to ensure that all the standards in terms of infrastructure, health, and so on are respected. So their role will be key in the process through advocacy and citizen voice and actions. So once we finish this, the last step in this combined process is the evaluation and transition. So when we arrive in this step, this is corresponding to IPM step 8, transition or redesign, depending on the number of years of the ADP. You have the role of the development facilitator is, of course, facilitation, remind, process, transfer, or say goodbye. For example, if the ADP is in the last cycle, we will say goodbye, and World Vision will start to go out and transfer all the things to the community and partners based on all the memorandum of understanding and capacity building. Or when the ADP is in the second or third cycle, we will just try to go back and for step 2, which is preparation and renewing or doing actualization of the local development plan. So here we have 2 ways, going back to step 2, or World Vision and community just decide to go in the transition phase.